What's going on, HPP fam? Welcome back to another episode. We're rocking and rolling this morning. We've got our 2020 392 on the dyno. This is the one that we just installed the leg maker carbon cold air intake on. We were waiting on the ECU. We got the ECU back. I just need to put in the smart access cable and then get this thing tuned out. That's the only mod. I believe it may have a mid-muffler delete, a few other cosmetic things done to this car, which quite a few on the interior. Very clean car. But we're gonna make a pull here and then get into the computer, start making changes, and see what kind of power this thing ends up with. You guys, I still have to drive, but the purple one that we did a cam in and the Hellcat oil pump and all that goodness, it made a bunch of power. This 5.7 right here. Gotta go take this one out and make sure everything's copacetic on E85. Cold start's great, but get that joker on back to the customer as well. Then we're gonna get rocking and rolling on HR's car. All the parts came in last week, so let's get after it. So guys, that is going to wrap up this clean 2020 Scat pack. This thing finished out. 461 horsepower, 502 foot-pounds of torque. Real nice clean graph. This one popped off the dyno, get her on back to the customer. So let me get y'all up to speed on what's been going on. So HR Scat's car, we pulled the intercooler off. We did the water meth nozzles, got those welded into the intercooler. We made some adjustments to the rear suspension, and then the cool thing that we did was the exhaust. So let me show you. So what we did was a side exit. I'll show you all underneath what we did. Boom, both sides, teardrop action. Boom shakalaka. So, set this thing down. We also did a two-step. So let me set this thing down and I'll fire it up and give you guys a walk around so you can hear it. Psych! Well, damn it if the starter didn't go out on the racetrack. So got her up on the lift. Starter will be in the morning. So, whoop. Let's get this Durango SRT8 tuned up. Alright guys, so our Durango has finished out at 403 horsepower, 429 foot-pounds of torque. So to recap, this thing is a 2018 392 all-wheel drive, got a JLT intake, catch can, and it's got a set of long tube headers. Mid-muffler delete as well, and a 180-degree thermostat. This clean little Durango is all wrapped up, ready to head on back to the customer. Hector's car is ready to go back home, but it's not going to because we're going racing. And as you can see, I've got the Mustang motor out and tore down. So far, we have not found anything wrong with it. However, when I was doing the DAG on the engine, I knew the problem was in the bottom end anyways, so. But paying attention as we're doing our teardown, just making sure that everything looks as it should. So we'll keep tearing this thing down, but most likely the bottom end needs to be rebuilt. And then once we know exactly what's going on with it, we'll let the customer know and go over options to get this S550 back on the road. Let me show you what we got and what we just wrapped up. I'm picking up the camera late. So I don't know if you guys remember this car. We did, I want to say a stage 2 package or stage 1, I can't remember. Got a pulley, got injectors, got a tune, got an intake, made great power. It was about a year ago we did this car. It is back. The supercharger pulley, the lens, I think it was a 278 or a 272 pulley, has gone bad. So got to get that replaced and get that joker back on the road. This car, we did a camshaft about 2 years ago. Customer complained of it 2 times in a year. It randomly shut off on him after he got gas. So we're diving into that, see if we can't figure out something on that. Hector's car, as y'all just seen last week, we were doing some modifications, getting some things changed up. It is all wrapped up, but it's not gone because we're going racing. So guys, look out for that. Should be the next video, Friday. Let's get some new times with the twin turbos. Aside from that, we got kicking around in the shop is got that Caprice that we talked about up on the rack. Got the wheels off of it. So just boom, there we go. Got the wheels off of it, and we're gonna go ahead and start putting the lowering springs on this one, and then it will be hitting the dyno for a tune. Also have another, I think, dyno pulls at 2 o'clock today. Maybe a tune, I'm not sure. Oh, one other one. There's a local muffler shop that has been doing some cam installs. Cool, good for them. They dropped us off this Ram 2500 with the 5.7 liter Hemi with a little cam in it. Dropped that off to us yesterday. So I'm gonna get that one tuned out as well too. But let's dive in. So as you guys can see, I've got the rears out and got the new springs installed. I wanted to show you we are putting H and R springs on our Caprice. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the rears all back together, and then we'll get crack-a-lacking on the front. Alright guys, as you can see, we've got our springs back on the car. Excuse me. All the way around. Turned out nice. So, let's go ahead, lower this thing on down, and see how she looks. So as you guys can see, we've got our Caprice nice and lowered, and we're gonna go ahead and strap this thing down on the dyno and give it a little tune. So guys, our Caprice settled out at 470 and 450 foot-pounds of torque. And we got an oddball one in the shop, hidden behind the fan. 2006 350Z. Not something we work on very often anymore, but happened to have an open lift for a second. And the guy called and was like, hey, can you squeeze me in for a little exhaust action? So Tomei exhaust, what's going on here? We're gonna slap it on for him real quick and get him back on the road. Check it out, boys. The Tomei Titanium is on the Z. Now, as you can see, we've got our clamps facing up so they're not down. Less chances of hitting them. And the last thing that we need to do is get us some microfiber with some alcohol and wipe this very nice exhaust down so you don't burn any fingerprints into it. But that's gonna wrap this one up. I'm gonna get it all wiped down. I'll show it to you one more time. We'll get this thing down on the ground and see what it sounds like. And just like that, this beautiful titanium exhaust is all wrapped up, wiped down with some alcohol and a microfiber, and ready for first fire up. So guys, I'm going to close this video out on Hector's beautiful Scat Pack. As you can see, we got the bigs and the littles on her. And we are all ready to go to the racetrack. So we are heading to Ennis to a private rental this evening. And I'll take you guys along. That'll be the next video. This Hector car going to the racetrack. So hope you guys enjoyed this week's content. Like, share, subscribe, go copy some merch. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong?